Hi guys, my name is Ezine. Welcome again to my channel. So I didn't realize how nervous I would be making this video. I just realized when I was trying to get myself prepared that I was almost shaking. I was close to changing my mind about making this video because I feel like I'm sharing a very deep part of me with you. In fact, I feel like I'm bearing it all for you guys. I think this is the most vulnerable I have been on YouTube since I started my channel, okay? But now let me not bore you guys with how I feel. Let me go right into the video. So you guys know that I have polycystic ovarian syndrome, which is the reason why I started this channel in the first place. I struggled to conceive. I stayed for 5 years before I had my child, Chizaram. And I started this channel a few months after she was born. Now, if you'll be following me on this channel, you would have known, or I would have mentioned somewhere along the line, that before I had Zara, I had to get physically active, I had to watch what I ate, and I just generally started to feel better. I just started to, see changes with my weight, with just the way I felt generally, and it looks like the PCOS symptoms were kind of suppressed. And then I had Zara, and my weight loss journey took a serious nosedive, and I came back to where I am. We'll get to that. Now, you guys know that some of my symptoms, which have now heightened, are irregular menstruation, which means I don't know when I'm ovulating, which is something a lot of women with PCOS identify as part of their symptoms. I have difficulty controlling the way I gain weight. I gain weight just by inhaling the smell of bread and so on and so forth. You also know about the facial hair, which I actually have to take out every other week. Otherwise, I'm going to be looking like some serious bed gang guy. And then there's the hyperpigmentation. I don't know if this camera is showing it well, but my neck is struggling. My neck is a totally different color from my face, and I have two shades of color on my face. There's the darker version, which is here, which I don't know if you guys are seeing. But you guys, this is all of my symptoms. I have been struggling to try to get back into the weight loss game. I have done a lot of videos, and the longest you would have seen on this channel, which is what got me a lot of followers, thank you very much, is the 3-week OMAD diet, right? Now that's the longest I've been able to do. And I'm going to explain why in this video, because it just seems like I have zero self-control. It seems like I have zero discipline. I'm not going to come here and say I'm the most disciplined person, or I have the highest level of self-control, but let me explain what has been happening to you guys, and then you understand. If you note, most of the videos I've been doing are like 1 week, 5 days, 7 days. That's because of what happens when I'm on a diet for an extended period of time. Now you guys, if you're a guy or you're a girl, I don't know if you've seen anybody have heavy flow, that's heavy menstrual flow, but you guys, when I tell you guys that my periods are super heavy and they last forever, they don't even stop. I could be on my period for 6 weeks, 7 weeks, 8 weeks straight, you guys. And I'm not talking spotting once in a while, I'm talking clot and bleeding. I know TMI, but you guys, you signed up for this, so I'm going to leave nothing back, right? Now, when it feels like it's going away, and I think, okay, now that it's going away, I could start an actual diet. Because you all know that, of course, a diet means you are restricting what you eat, whether you like it or not, you are reducing your food portions, and so on and so forth. So I think, okay, now that I'm not losing as much blood, it's a good time to start a diet. And you guys, day 2 of this diet, literally, I'm not even kidding, it never exceeds day 2. My period shows up again. And this time it comes like rain, like heavy thunderstorm rain situation. If you've not seen it happen to me, you will not really understand what I'm talking about, you guys. Like, it will come as clots. I become useless. I can't leave my house. I can't do much for myself because I am on my period. And this is not even a period that in 7 days will stop. It will just continue. It will continue, and I'll become anemic. I remember my mom came visiting last year, and nobody really has understood when I say all of these things that happen to me. Sometimes I think they think I'm exaggerating. Other times I don't think I even explain it so deeply that anybody understands. When my mom was in my house when an episode happened, when this was happening last year, towards the middle to the end of last year, and I would just find her staring at me sometimes. And I mean, I would say, and then one day she came to me and she said, "How are you doing this? How are you doing this, Ezine? How are you losing this much blood? You're taking care of your kids, you're doing your work, you're doing everything else, and you're acting like nothing is wrong. You're acting like nothing is happening." Because I didn't want to come here and be emotional. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Okay. Anyway, when she stayed here, she fully understood. She fully understood what I was going through. And then she insisted I should go back for more tests. So it just opened that gate of more tests. I did scans, they didn't see anything in my belly. I mean, they obviously saw the cysts in the ovaries, the tiny one. There was no one that was magnified enough to be posing a serious threat. And then I did some hormonal profiling tests. Obviously, that will show that some hormones are more active than they should be and some are less active. The cortisol levels were very high, and still are very high. That has been a struggle, okay? So I don't want to digress, you guys. Anyway, so that would happen whenever I start a challenge, and I would just stop. Whenever I manage, I just push myself to get to day 5 just to finish up the video, and I would lose some weight, you guys. So one thing I know is, once my head is in the game, if you already know my channel, if you followed my weight loss journey, you would know that I actually get to lose some weight whenever I get to these challenges. But at the expense of my sanity, at the expense of my body strength, I am so weak whenever this is happening because I'm losing a lot of blood. I've reduced the intake of my food intake, so I'm struggling the entire time. I have dizzy spells a lot. I recently just got medication for that. We're going to get to that. I have a lot of dizzy spells. You guys, I do not wish PCOS on my worst enemy. PCOS is one of the risks of obesity in women, right? But now there's a danger where you have PCOS, losing weight becomes a struggle, because aside all the things I've mentioned now, there's also the part where you are doing everything possible but you're not losing the weight. Sometimes I'm doing everything I can, but the weight just struggles to go. With the quantity of food I would eat when I'm on a diet, following my exact calorie allowance, you would expect more weight loss, but it just comes in very slowly, which honestly, in the grand scheme of things, I don't mind as long as I'm seeing a difference. Now, one of the side effects of PCOS is that you cannot lose weight, is that you are staying fat for so long. So if you miss one day of your diet, everything just comes crushing back. So you were good for, say, 7 days, and if for some reason for 3 days you can't keep up, all the weight you lost in 7 days, you will get it all back in 3 days. I know that there are other ways of losing weight that will make you sustain it. I struggle with emotional eating, okay? When you struggle with emotional eating, you eat as a form of therapy for yourself, and when you eventually want to lose weight, you want to see results so quickly such that you're motivated to continue. So you see this idea of losing 1 kg every 4 weeks. For an emotional eater, it makes you, it's discouraging is the word I'm looking for. It's very discouraging. So you see yourself going back. So in order for you to be, motivated, right, you want to lose so much so that when you think, oh, I've dropped 7 kg, I've dropped 10 kg, it gives you a reason to keep on going. Now, somebody who doesn't, some people may not understand this. But this is just what it is. It's not the best, but it's just what it is. Let's talk about my cortisol levels. The cortisol hormone is a stress hormone. My cortisol levels were way above average. Now, the implication of that is majorly you start to see your face swell. I know somebody commented on one of my videos a few months ago and said the part of your face is swelling. Is everything okay? That's what cortisol does. You start to build fat on your face and your belly. The growth process just does like this, and one day you wake up and you just bloat, you look bloated. So that's what's been happening. And then you're tired all the time, just like I mentioned before. You're weak. You're struggling with everything. You're struggling with brain fog. It's so deep. People don't talk about polycystic ovarian syndrome enough. I don't think we do. And you know what makes it worse? Doctors don't know enough about it in Nigeria. I don't know about other parts of the world. They pretend they do. They claim they do. But when you're talking to a doctor and they begin to brush up some major symptoms that you have, you know they are clueless. Most doctors don't know much about polycystic ovarian syndrome. Most times I've had to go to the hospital, I've had to educate the doctors on my symptoms, on this and that I think would help manage this and that. So when you see someone have these things, it's not that we don't know what to do. It's just overwhelming dealing with life, dealing with a career, a family, your kids, and having to deal with this thing you're going through. It's such a monster, you guys. At this point, you guys, I think I should apologize for breaking down. I hate pity parties. I don't throw pity parties. I don't invite anyone to pity parties. I don't attend pity parties. Okay, so that was not the intention. I think I just got overwhelmed, but I also think I'm good now, right? So let's talk properly. So bottom line, why I'm making this video is because I feel like at some point when you build a community, you owe them an explanation as to why this and that is happening. That's first. Secondly, I feel like this channel is to document my journey. So this is a document. This is me documenting it. Then thirdly, there's also me educating people who don't know about polycystic ovarian syndrome, about the disease. Is it a disease? I don't like to call it that. About the syndrome. I don't think it's a disease. It doesn't have a cure according to them, but it can be managed. I think I'm also doing this for closure of some sort. I'm hoping this leads me to do the needful. Guys, I'm taking quite a lot of, well, not a lot, I'm taking a few supplements at the moment. I know this video is going to be all over the place. I don't even know how I'm going to edit it, you guys. I'm taking a couple of supplements. So I have magnesium, which is supposed to help with the stress hormone part. I have vitamin C, which actually just brightens me up a little bit whenever I take it. Whenever, like, I have to go take a bottle now because I'm going out. It keeps my body hydrated. I feel better when I have it. My body is resisting insulin, you guys, so I'm having metformin. You guys, polycystic ovarian syndrome is a menace. Anyway, so I'm having metformin because, insulin resistance. And then I take tranexamic acid to just keep the bleeding at bay. I think there should be a side effect of having that one all the time, because whenever I take it with metformin, I'm just weak. I have brain fog. I can't do much. So I've learned I don't take them together. What else am I taking? Okay, currently I'm taking a blood tonic because I feel like my blood level needs to go up immediately. I'm probably supposed to eat more vegetables. But you guys, I've not gotten to the part where I'm being completely honest right now. I'm not trying to paint myself perfect. So I'm just being completely honest with the struggle. I've not gotten to the point where I am diligent with taking vegetables. My sister said to me a few days ago that when you see what you're going through and you know there is a chance to turn this situation around, you should be ready to do what you need to do. I'm very close to the point where I'm ready to do what I need to do. I think that's also the purpose of this video. Maybe if I put it out there, I would say goodbye to this phase of my life with this video, and then I'll probably get serious with trying to get a solution. I pray that God helps me. I'm asking him for help right now. It's a struggle. I'm lost for words, but it's a struggle. I'm glad I made this video. I hope I'm able to put it together enough to make a meaningful video that's meaningful enough to post. So yeah, it is what it is. That's my current situation now. Hopefully I get back in the game and damn the consequences. we'll deal with the bleeding until it eventually stops. I feel like if I can just allow this bleeding thing do its time whenever I'm on a diet, it's going to pass. But now, how much is that time? I don't know, because it stays for weeks, and I don't know if it's going to stay for months if I decide to, do a diet for months. And I'm not going to also come here and lie and say I'm a saint. I think I've mentioned that before. I think that my diet choices play a large role. I actually have sugar cravings a lot. I gravitate towards junk food more than healthy food. All of that definitely will have to change. But this is just what I feel like on my own part is contributing. But guys, that's what has been happening with me. Please be patient with the weight loss videos. I have gotten a lot of comments. Well, I've gotten a number of comments asking when I'm going to post another weight loss video. I promise I didn't abandon my journey. It's something I'm going to do, and sooner than you think, hopefully I will get back into it. Please, if you know anybody who has polycystic ovarian syndrome, leave a comment in the comment section. People really don't understand this thing called PCOS. So if you don't have it and someone who has it tells you they have it, you just think it's one of those excuses people give for being lazy or being inactive or whatever. But it's really not. So please, whenever someone tells you they have PCOS, I don't care to what degree theirs manifests. They are going through a lot. They need all the support from you they can get. If you cannot support them, then be quiet on certain things. I don't want to hear, oh, your belly is so big, oh, you're gaining weight. Just shut up, okay? If you can't be kind, then just be quiet. And I mean that respectfully. Alright? Thank you all for watching. Thank you for sticking with me through the months and the years. Hopefully we get back soon, and I'm looking forward to sitting out here in another couple of months and smiling and telling you guys, when I came here and cried and showed myself, when I came here and cried on camera to you guys, which is quite embarrassing. If not that I don't embarrass, it's supposed to be an embarrassing situation. Anyway, I look forward to coming to tell you guys, remember when I cried, right? Everything is now fine. Everything is okay. I look forward to coming to say that, and it's going to be soon. It's probably going to be really soon. Thank you all for watching. Subscribe to my channel, like this video, and please leave a comment. I would really like to read your comments, and I look forward to responding to them. All right, have a good day, you guys. Bye.